There's a lot to cover in today's program. New evidence of Hamas hoarding aid in Gaza. And a new study shows a majority of the journalists and media workers killed during the war were tied to terror organizations. A video of 6 murdered hostages was also just released, showing them celebrating Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights, in a tunnel in December 2023. Here's the latest on these and other stories.
This video shows mounds of baby formula hoarded and hidden by Hamas for months, according to a Gazan activist. Ahmed Fouad al-Hatib posted the footage on X, accusing the terror group of deliberately withholding supplies during the worst days of Gaza's hunger crisis. The video stands in stark contrast to the Palestinian narrative repeated by the global media that Israel pursued genocide in Gaza, a message that helped fuel anti-Semitism worldwide. Inside the Trump administration, officials are considering terrorism-related sanctions against UNRWA, the relief agency for Palestinians. A senior State Department official says everything is on the table, calling the UN agency corrupt with a track record of aiding and abetting terrorists. UNRWA operates across Gaza, the West Bank, Lebanon, Jordan, and Syria, providing aid and services to millions of Palestinians. In a first, Amnesty International released a report accusing Hamas of crimes against humanity, including murder and torture on October 7th and inhumane treatment of hostages held in Gaza. The report says Palestinian terrorists killed the vast majority of civilians that day and prevents evidence of physical and sexual violence against hostages. It also urges the return of the remains of the last hostage. On the diplomatic front, President Donald Trump is delaying his announcement of the new Board of Peace, the group tasked with post-war management of Gaza, until after Christmas.
And the Board of Peace it'll be one of the most legendary boards ever. Basically, it'll be the heads of the most important countries.
The International Stabilization Force could start with just 1 or 2 countries, with others joining later. Some diplomats say the delay shows foreign partners are hesitant about taking on the disarmament of Hamas. Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar raised that concern in Washington, with his U.S. counterpart Marco Rubio saying any attempt to dilute Hamas's obligation to disarm should not be accepted. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu echoed that message this week.
You've got to get rid of Hamas. Now, that is going to happen in one of 2 ways. It could happen with an international force that the United States is trying to put together, and I hope they succeed. And if not, as President Trump has said, and I've said, it can be done the easy way or the hard way. The hard way is that we'll have to do it.
And in his first visit to Israel, U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Mike Waltz said Washington will not allow Hamas to rebuild, declaring the terror group has to go. Paul Petit, CBN News, Jerusalem.
The majority of Palestinians described as reporters based in Gaza who were killed during the war were operatives with or closely connected to terror groups, a new study published Thursday shows. The Meir Amit Intelligence and Terrorism Information Center investigated 266 Palestinians identified as journalists or media workers killed in Gaza from October 7th of 2023 through November 30th of this year, and found around 60%, at least 157 of them, were either members of terror organizations or clearly connected to them, 104 with Hamas and 45 with Islamic Jihad. A key point of the report is that some of the reporters based in Gaza helped with military actions or propaganda for Hamas's information war. Also here in Israel, just a few days before Hanukkah, the families of 6 deceased hostages published a sad and haunting film about their loved ones, including Israeli-American Hirsch Goldberg Polin. The captives are seen lighting Hanukkah candles and praying, singing, and celebrating the holiday in a tunnel in December 2023. Almog Sarusi speaks.
Happy holidays to us and all of the people of Israel. May we celebrate every year. May we be happy and blessed. And with the help of the miracles that came on this holiday, may we go home with a big miracle. May we return to routine life. May we be happy and good. And may we all rejoice. Amen.
Dubbed the Beautiful Six, their captors filmed them, saying happy holidays and playing cards. The IDF reportedly recovered hours of footage of Hirsch Goldberg Polin, Carmel Gat, Eden Yerushalmi, Almog Sarusi, Ori Danino, and Alex Lubonov, filmed by Hamas in late 2023, but not released by the terror group. In August 2024, their captors murdered all 6 in a Rafah tunnel. The IDF found them 2 days later. The families of the 6 released a statement saying, "Lighting Hanukkah candles in that dark place captures the essence of the Jewish spirit, light prevailing over darkness." Hamas filmed these videos as propaganda, but the humanity of the beautiful 6 shines through this footage. Meanwhile, Hamas says it will store its weapons for now, but Israel says that's not enough.
They will be disarmed, Gaza will be demilitarized, and the people of Gaza will be de-radicalized. As stated directly in the 20-point plan, Hamas and other terror factions will not have any role in the governance of Gaza, directly, indirectly, or in any form.
Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.